Choosing the wrong data removal service can cost you money and leave your personal information exposed. I tested DeleteMe, Incogni, and Aura to find out which one actually fits different types of people, and the results totally surprised me. When you're ready, you'll find exclusive discounts for all these services linked below, and using those links helps support this channel at no extra cost to you. So before we dive in, here's the quick context. DeleteMe and Incogni are pure data broker removal services. Their entire job is to find your personal information on people's search sites and data broker sites and then get it removed. So if your only goal is to keep your address and phone number off of sketchy websites, that's exactly what they do. Aura, on the other hand, is a full identity theft protection service that includes data broker removal as part of a much larger suite. Credit monitoring, dark web alerts, financial account monitoring, VPN, antivirus, password manager, and up to $1 million in identity theft insurance. That difference matters. You can wipe your data from every broker today, but if someone already used that information to open a credit card in your name 3 months from now, DeleteMe or Incogni can't help you. Aura can. So the real question isn't which service removes more, but what happens if prevention fails? If you want a deeper explanation of how data broker removal works, there's a timestamp in the description, but for everyone else, let's just jump into the comparison. So here's the conundrum that I ran into when testing these services. I've used Aura the longest. They removed my data from about 40 broker sites. Then I tried Incogni, which started strong with 150 removals and eventually reached 213. And DeleteMe, well, their first round got me off just 8 sites, but those numbers really don't tell the whole story. Each company takes a very different approach to removals, and while one clearly wins on volume, that doesn't necessarily make it the best choice for everyone. So let's start with Incogni, the clear volume champion. Incogni's approach is straightforward. Remove your information from as many data brokers as possible, as fast as possible. Incogni covers over 420 data broker sites and over 1,000 additional sites. They'll remove hundreds of instances of your personal information shortly after you sign up. Usually you're going to see your first batch of removals within like 48 hours. In my case, 213 removals over 5 months. They break down each removal by risk level, so low, medium, or high, so that you can see where your information was and how dangerous each site potentially was. The trade-off, you're trusting their system. Incogni relies heavily on AI automation to scan and remove your data. There's no way to independently verify every single removal that they claim. So if they say they removed you from a site, you're trusting the dashboard. But that's part of their volume approach. Cast the widest net possible and remove everything that might be you. So while every company uses some degree of AI search tools, how much they rely on manual review is really what separates them. The reason for the huge discrepancy in my numbers is that Incogni probably relies on AI the most of the data broker removal services. Here's where Incogni wins. They offer the lowest cost per removal of any service that we tested. When you divide the cost by the number of successful removals, Incogni ends up being the most cost-effective overall. That makes it the best choice if your top priority is simply removing your data from as many brokers as possible for the best price possible. When volume is the goal, Incogni delivers. The deal breaker, there's a bit less oversight. No screenshots or proof of what they found before the removal. So you're fully trusting an automated system. And while they do show you individual listings so that you can see how big of a threat each site was, they don't necessarily show you what information those sites actually had on you before it was removed. So if you're trying to maximize removals without overspending, Incogni is the clear pick. You'll find exclusive discount links in the description. Prices do change over time, so if you've been thinking about it, now's the time to grab it. DeleteMe takes the opposite approach from Incogni. Instead of automating everything to hit the highest possible removal count, DeleteMe relies on real human oversight for every single request. Their system scans for your information, but an actual person handles the removal. So when you sign up, you're assigned a dedicated privacy advisor who's a real person whose name appears on your reports. They're the ones that are reviewing your scans, confirming which listings are legitimate, and deciding what truly needs to be removed. DeleteMe technically covers more than 850 data brokers, which is the highest number on this list. But in my 5 months of testing, they reviewed 1,959 listings across brokers and other sites, and they ultimately removed me from 13. To be fair, I'm already cautious with my information online, and I had used Incogni first, which probably explains some of that low count. But still, 13 removals versus Incogni's 213 is a striking difference. The logic behind DeleteMe's method is that human judgment can catch things that AI might miss, like when a listing mixes you up with someone else or when incomplete information isn't actually a threat. The idea is quality over quantity, so focusing on genuine exposures instead of just racking up removal numbers. Can we independently verify that this human process offers a real advantage? Not really. It's kind of hard to measure. But that's the trade-off that you're buying into: precision and oversight instead of automation and speed. DeleteMe rechecks your data every 3 months, which is less frequent than Incogni's continuous scans. It's also more expensive, partly because it's billed annually and partly because of the hands-on review process. They know most of the heavy lifting happens early on, so they want you in for the full year. At the end of the day, it comes down to what matters most to you. Do you care about removing the highest possible number of listings, or do you want a human reviewing each one to focus on the biggest threats and skip over the low-risk or mistaken profiles? If you value human oversight and you prefer verified high-risk removals over automated ones, well then DeleteMe is your pick. You can find the exclusive discount link and free scan option in the description, but you're going to pay more for fewer removals, and there's no real way to confirm that the human process catches anything that AI would miss. Aura is where this comparison really shifts, because it's not just another data broker removal tool. It's a full identity theft protection ecosystem. While DeleteMe and Incogni focuses entirely on deleting your information from people's search sites, Aura goes several steps further by actively monitoring, securing, and ensuring your digital identity. So far, Aura has removed my information from about 40 data brokers out of the 140 plus that they claim to cover, but that's only one piece of what it does. Aura includes 3 bureau credit monitoring, dark web scanning, financial account alerts, a VPN, antivirus, password manager, and up to $1 million in identity theft insurance, which you can easily upgrade to $5 million. That means if someone does steal your identity, Aura helps handle everything: legal fees, lost wages, and the process of restoring your accounts. Aura sits between Incogni and DeleteMe in price, but it delivers far more protection. It's the most complete package that I've tested, with faster alerts, better customer service, and no paywalls that are hiding essential features. Here's the reality: removing your data from broker sites doesn't make you immune to identity theft. You can delete your information from every site today, but if it was already stolen, or if a new breach happens tomorrow, you're still exposed. That's why I would say that Aura is my top pick. It's not just about data broker removal, it's a full identity theft protection suite that's designed to prevent and respond to real-world identity theft. Aura covers fewer brokers than Incogni or DeleteMe, but they focus on the highest risk ones while continuously expanding coverage. If I'd done this review a week ago, I would have told you that they cover 133 sites, but that went up to 140, and it's probably going to be higher by the time that you're watching this. More importantly, Aura protects you from what happens after your information's exposed. Here's the bottom line: choose Aura if you want true identity theft protection, not just data removal. Go with Incogni if you want maximum removals for the lowest price. And pick DeleteMe if you prefer human oversight, even though the advantage is kind of hard to verify. All 3 services work when matched to the right priorities, but for most people, Aura is going to be the clear winner.